Welcome to the deep dive. We're looking at that pretty wild first T20I between England and South Africa.
Absolutely. September 10th, 2025, Sophia Gardens, Cardiff. A match that became, well, more about the weather than anything else, almost.
Exactly. Sometimes a game isn't just about the score, is it? It's about chaos, tactics under pressure, rain, just everything hitting at once.
And we've got some great reports here giving us different angles on what went down.
Yeah, that's our mission today, to get past just the result. We want to unpack how those crazy conditions, the quick decisions, the moments of brilliance all came together.
We'll try and give you the full picture, without getting lost in every single detail.
It's not just cricket, though, is it? It's really about decision-making when everything's changing fast.
Definitely. Adapting under pressure, that's a key theme here, something you see way beyond just sport.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Cardiff. England win the toss, choose the ball. Pretty standard T20 call, you'd think?
On the surface, yes. You often want to chase, maybe factor in do later on, the usual thinking.
But what were the signs this wasn't going to be, well, usual, even early on?
Well, the big one was the forecast. Everyone knew rain was likely, maybe even heavy rain, and that changes the calculation completely.
Right. Because choosing to bowl first when rain's around, that's a bit of a gamble, isn't it?
It really is. Batting first, getting any score on the board suddenly looks much safer because of DLS, the Duckworth-Lewis-Stern system.
So England's decision, while normal in dry weather, immediately felt risky.
Yeah, you could say they weren't just playing South Africa, they were playing the weather right from the start. A bit of a punt.
And that punt didn't exactly pay off smoothly for South Africa's start, did it? Their innings was just chaotic.
Totally stop-start. They were meant to get 20 overs, but the rain kept coming. First it was cut down, then cut down again.
Ended up being just 7.5 overs for them to bat. Imagine that pressure.
Every ball feels massive. And it showed straight away, didn't it? Rickleton out second ball.
Yep. Brian Rickleton duck, caught Butler, bowled Luke Wood. 0 off 1. Awful start in such a short game.
Really puts you on the back foot immediately.
But despite that, and all the interruptions, that middle order really fired for South Africa, and they had to, I suppose.
They absolutely had to. Aiden Markram came in and just went for it. 28 off only 14 balls. Aggressive stuff.
And Duold Brevis, too. 23 off just 10 balls. Proper cameos.
Vital runs, scored incredibly quickly. It shows that mindset shift, doesn't it? No time to build.
The Donovan Ferrer at the end just smashing it. Unbeaten, 25 off 11.
He was crucial. That final push got them up to 97 for 5 in those 7.5 overs. A very decent total, all things considered.
What's the psychology like batting in that situation, knowing you have so few balls?
It's completely different. Forget rotating the strike initially. Forget settling in. It's almost licensed to swing from ball one.
Calculated risks become mandatory risks almost.
Pretty much. You have to maximize every single delivery. So those innings for Markram, Brevis, Ferreira, they weren't just scores. They were statements of intent.
South Africa apparently said later they set the tone.
Exactly. And don't forget those 5 extras, too. In a game that short, 5 runs is huge. Could easily be the difference.
Right. Every run counts double, almost. Okay, so South Africa finished 97 for 5 off 7.5 overs. Then more rain.
Yep. Just as they finished, down it came again, and this is where DLS really took center stage.
The Duckworth-Lewis-Stern calculation. It completely changed England's task, didn't it?
Dramatically. England's chase was slashed to just 5 overs. 5. And the target, 69 runs.
Wow. 69 off 30 balls. That sounds almost impossible from the get-go.
It's incredibly steep. DLS tries to be fair, calculating what's equivalent based on overs and wickets left, but in such a short chase.
It just puts immense pressure on the batting side.
Huge pressure. You need, nearly 14 and over from the very start. There's no time to build, no room for error. You have to attack immediately.
And that pressure told instantly. First ball of England's chase.
Phil Salt gone, Karmafaka, bowled Rabada, 0 off 1, mirroring South Africa's start, but with even less time.
Just devastating. And the wickets kept tumbling, didn't they?
They did. Jacob Dethel went, caught Ferreira off Jansen. Then Harry Brook, another duck, caught Rickleton off Bosch.
Suddenly, England are 3 down for 28 in a 5-over chase. That's basically game over, isn't it?
Pretty much. The required rate just rockets up. Joss Butler tried, as he always does.
Yeah, he smashed 25 off 11 balls. A great little knock in isolation.
Absolutely. But even that wasn't enough. He got out, caught Rickleton off Jansen again.
And that felt like the last hope fading, really.
It did. England ended up on 54 for 5 after their 5 overs, falling 14 runs short of that DLS target.
Sam Curran and Wheeljack's left not out at the end, watching it slip away.
You see, that's the thing with DLS and these hyper-shortened games. It aims for fairness, but 1 or 2 quick wickets, and the chase becomes mathematically, or at least practically, impossible.
It forces such a high-risk strategy from the start.
Exactly. Less about building an innings, more about surviving and somehow finding boundaries constantly. The pressure is just immense.
So, while England struggled, you got to credit the South African bowlers. They were right on the money.
Oh, definitely. They executed brilliantly under pressure. Marco Jansen was key.
2 wickets for 18 in his 2 overs, including Butler. That's massive.
Huge wicket. And Corbin Bosch chipped in with 2 wickets as well, 2 for 20 in his 2. Kept the pressure on.
And Rabada setting the tone with that first ball wicket, 1 for 11 in his single over.
Just what they needed. Clinical stuff.
We should mention Luke Wood for England too, though. He bowled well earlier.
That's fair. 2 for 22 for Wood. Showed that hitting a good length, even on a damp pitch, could cause problems before it got really wet.
So there was skill shown by bowlers on both sides,
Yeah.
adapting to tricky conditions.
Absolutely. And in a rain-shortened game like that, it's not just wickets, it's containment. Every dot ball feels like gold dust.
And the wet outfield must have made things harder. For gripping the ball, for fielding.
Definitely. It affects everything. How the ball behaves off the pitch, how easy it is to grip for spinners or seamers. Field placements need adjusting. Controlling the ball in those conditions is a real skill.
So after all that chaos, the player of the match.
Donovan Ferreira, for that unbeaten 25 off 11, absolutely crucial runs in the context of the game. Gave them that buffer.
A well-deserved award. But the reactions afterwards were quite different, weren't they?
Very different. England, understandably perhaps, sounded pretty frustrated. Reports said they called the conditions poor, the match a bit of a shambles.
Focused on the wet outfield, the fairness of it all.
Yeah. Whereas South Africa, well, they praised their bowlers' energy, highlighted those key batting cameos. They seemed to focus on how they executed within those difficult conditions.
It raises that interesting point, doesn't it? When conditions are bad, is a win about skill or just adapting better to the shambles?
Exactly. It's about mindset. Did one team feel hard done by while the other just got on with it? The report suggests different approaches there.
Not judging, just observing the reactions.
Precisely. And looking ahead to the next match in Manchester, how does this affect things? Does England feel aggrieved? Does South Africa feel confident they can handle anything?
Adds a layer of psychological intrigue to the next game for sure.
Definitely. It sets up the rest of the series nicely.
So wrapping up this deep dive, it was a match completely shaped by the weather, wasn't it? Rain, frantic cricket, DLS drama.
And those very different reactions from the teams. But even in all that chaos, you saw strategy. You saw moments of individual brilliance under pressure.
It shows that even when things are messy, there are still ways to perform, still ways to make an impact.
And maybe that leads to a final thought for you listening. This game really shows how quickly the rules can change, right? On the pitch or anywhere else.
Yeah, things get turned upside down unexpectedly.
So the question is, when that happens, where does your focus go? Do you get caught up in the shambles of it, the unfairness? Or do you immediately start looking for how to win within those new rules, those new parameters?
Something to think about. Finding the path to victory, even when the path itself changes.
Exactly. Food for thought as the series goes on and maybe beyond.